welcome to my channel. Today's video is just going to be one of my weekly WIP and Chats where we break out a WIP or work in progress and I chat with you and keep you company. So for today's WIP and Chat, I'm going to be working on, you can work on whatever you want, but for me, I'm going to be working on this cute little Maine Coon and Cupcake kit by Marilyn Kazanoff. That is the artist that did this kit, and this is a kit from Diamond Art Club, and it is a partial drill, so it doesn't take up this whole square. This background here, this pink background, does not have drills on it. It's only the image that you see. So this one is 16 by 18 or 41 by 46, but again, the actual drill area is probably even smaller than that. But anyway, I have this kitted up in some small Tic Tac containers. Since this was a smaller kit, I didn't want to use one of the Elizabeth Wards for it. But yeah, they're very cute. I actually like these containers. They're just a little bit harder to work with if you're not used to them. But I have this actually upside down, and I'm going to be working on the spoon portion of this to start with. But let me show you what else I am working with. I have my little trash drill container. This is from BellaArtDeNicole. It's a little teacup, and I just love to have this on hand. So it functions just like any other cover minder would. So it has a magnet and it stays put. So when I knock a trash drill into there, it's not moving around. Anyway, I also have another cover minder that I thought was just disgustingly pink and went with this kit very well. So I'm going to peel that back, this plastic. I have been cutting this plastic kind of around the area that I'm working on, just because it's partial and I didn't section it off the way I would a normal kit. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, I just wanted to move this over here so you can see it. Isn't that cute? Anyway, what else? Sorry, I'm bringing this a little bit closer and in the frame a little better. So for the tray that I'm using, this is one of my brand new trays. I just got it very recently. It is a rose gold tray from BellaArtDeNicole. This is the small size. I love this size, especially for doing smaller kits and for confetti heavy. It's pretty nice. So if you're doing huge areas of color blocking, you want a bigger tray than this, but for what I have it for, it's perfect. I also have my most recent pen purchase. This is from, it looks like I got some ink on it. Speaking of pen, I got ink on it. I'm sure that'll come off eventually. Yeah, it's rubbing off as I... Anyway, so this is a brand new pen that I got from ButterflyEffectWares. This one is a diamond cast blank, but they turned it, so I'm in love with this pen. It's gorgeous. I think it is my new favorite. I have just glue dots in my single placer, and I am using, what am I using today? I think this is the Hobby Lobby putty. The Hobby Lobby putty is my favorite one. It is firm without being too firm and does well with ABs. It's just my favorite one. So let's see. I also have a little bit of putty just off to the side here that I added some fragrance oil to. This is a banana scented one. I love banana. But I actually use this putty just to get any junk off of my drills if that happens. So I usually have this just kind of off to the side just in case I need it. And then we also have this little guy. This is just a little ceramic cutter. This functions the same way that one of these craft knives would, except it's just not as sharp and doesn't do as much damage. So I've been using this one in particular on this kit because I've been carefully cutting around the edges of this plastic because the plastic took up the whole thing and it was driving me crazy. So I carefully cut around the image, and then I cut each time I finish a section, I cut that section off. But yeah, it's been working really well. I have not damaged my canvas at all. It cuts the film without cutting the canvas. Anyway, I think that is all of my supplies today. Yeah, so let's get started. I'm gonna actually start with the little ABs in this section because I'm gonna have to single place all of these, which is unfortunate. But this particular tray with the ABs, I'm obsessed. It just looks so pretty. It's like this silk rose gold color, and then you have these beautiful ABs. I love them so, so much. So I am going to get started. Anyway, yeah, how are you guys doing? Look, first one I pick up is a trash drill, of course. I'll move this over to the side just a little bit because I want you guys to be able to like, I hate when I'm like placing drills and it goes in focus, out of focus all the time. I hope that doesn't bother you guys. I feel like most people don't watch the actual screen when they're watching WIP and Chats. I know I surely, you know, I'll look up every once in a while to see like the progress, but I don't watch the screen really. But anyway, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I am, wow. To say I'm overwhelmed is an understatement, I think. The level of busy that I have felt lately has been pretty extreme. I don't know. I do feel very overwhelmed by how busy I feel like things have been. And sometimes I just have to take a step back and like appreciate everything that I'm doing because isn't it wonderful like to have so much to do and like I have a great life. I can't complain. I just, wow. Sometimes it's just too much. Anyway, I hope you guys are feeling great, that you're not too busy, not too overwhelmed. Yeah, so speaking of that busy, we have started our busy season at work. So last week we really felt that. Oh my gosh, last Wednesday at work was awful. But yeah, so I'm just going to kind of go through the happenings from last week, touch on each day, and then what I usually like to do is talk about the week ahead. So, and then anything else that's on my mind. So, I'll start with last week. The last time we talked was, I believe it was Tuesday, probably Tuesday morning. Today is actually Tuesday morning. It is August 2nd already, which I don't physically understand how in the world we're on August 2nd already, but we are. But yeah, it's August 2nd already, and it is Tuesday morning. I have not started working yet, but I'm about to as soon as I finish this WIP and Chat, which is unfortunate. Y'all know my feelings about work. Like sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to. But yeah, so I work from home on Tuesdays, and then Wednesdays and Thursdays I do go into the office. So that'll be tomorrow. Here's another reason these tic-tac containers are annoying. This is how I have to very slowly put drills back into them. But these Bella Art, their opening is the perfect size for this. So as long as you hold it straight on there, it works great. Y'all know when I change colors, I can't be focusing. I love this color, this 775. It's like a mint green. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just, doing the whole work grind, of course. And let's see. So Tuesday I worked from home, and then on Tuesday night I was like, I still had that Craftably kit in my living room, And I was like, I need to bring this upstairs. And I think I did a WIP and Chat with that kit last week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I did. And so I was almost at 3/4 maybe when I did that WIP and Chat, but that last section of it went really, really fast. So I did end up finishing that kit like over the weekend. But yeah, so where am I at? I'm like so scatterbrained today. I believe it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday that I got like hyper distracted and I cleaned up my craft room. Because I'm the type of person where if my space feels very overwhelming, I'm not productive in it, like I just can't. I feel like I cannot focus in a space that's messy. So yeah, I just can't do it, So I had to just like pick up a little bit, but I didn't I don't feel like I really organized anything. Like it was more just, let me like pick up the trash, let me get things off the table, let me get things out of the way. And in that, I kind of discovered that like, I thought I had all the space that I needed here, like storage space, but then I kind of realized that like, I could really benefit from having like some type of little cart or something off to the side that I could use, just to store like my diamond painting supplies, extra trays, extra pens, extra, wax and putties and release papers and all that stuff. Because all of that stuff was like completely crowding my table and I felt so overwhelmed by it. And I mean, I love having my stuff. I love all my stuff, but like to have it all in one place at one time, I'm like, I needed to organize it. So that felt really good to have it organized. But then I was like, nope, I need to get it off the table as well. Because otherwise my table just continues getting messy. And I'm like, this is too much. So yeah. So that was where, and I bought that craft cart at Michael's later in the week, and I totally posted it on the vlog, so you can go see that. But I bought it on Friday, if you want to go back and watch whatever day Friday was, the 29th. Yeah. So yeah, I bought the craft cart, but not that day. Let's see, what else? So Wednesday, I was saying, I worked in the office and I was just so busy. I got home super late from work on Wednesday. I think it was like 7 when I finally got home. And then, all we did was we ate Chipotle, because on nights like that, when I get home from work, let me just straighten you guys up a little bit. Maybe. There we go. Sorry. On Wednesday nights when I get home, or not Wednesday nights, but on any night where I get home from work, on like really late, I don't have the energy to cook something. Like I do not. And so we ordered Chipotle, which is kind of our go-to, because at least it's like, real food for the most part. So we ordered Chipotle and we ate that, and then I fell asleep on the couch. And we have our own little designated rule in our household, is that nobody lets anybody else sleep on the couch all night. So it is the responsibility of the awake person to make sure that the asleep person gets into a bed at night. So David woke me up and we got in bed, and I took one little clip and I was like, yeah, it's 8:30. I fell asleep on the couch and I will not be diamond painting tonight. That's all there is to it. And yeah, so I think sometimes I put so much pressure on myself to diamond paint every day. And it's like, if I'm doing that, am I having fun? Like, probably not. So I have kind of let that go a little bit. And I have actually, I've fallen a little bit behind on my vlogs, But, you know, I don't think you guys really mind. Like, I feel like you're all so understanding. So I'm just like, like, it'll get done when it gets done. And I know it's going to get posted. I have totally filmed vlogs for the past couple of days. I just have not posted them yet. So that is another goal that I have for today, is to get a few videos actually edited and up on the channel. I filmed a kit up and chat when I kitted up in Santorini kit. I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, so that was Wednesday. And I think it was Wednesday or maybe Thursday. I can't remember even which day it was, but at some point I hit 500 followers, or not followers. I tell you all the time, I'm in Instagram mode. Subscribers. I hit 500 subscribers, which was so exciting. I was so thrilled. So thank you guys so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. And I did mention at one point that I was going to do a 500 subscriber giveaway, and I still plan on doing that. So please stay tuned for my next WIP and Chat. Not the kit up and chat, but the WIP and Chat. There may or may not be an opportunity to win a $25 Diamond Art Club gift card in that WIP and Chat. I'm just saying. There might not be, but there also might be. Yeah, so anyway, what else? So that was Wednesday. Thursday night, we had that program at the library. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so first off, I had so much fun doing that. I want to do it again. It was a blast. Like, it was just really fun to share your passion with, like, a group of people who'd never seen it before and done it before, and for them to, like, really seem like they appreciated it. I think bringing some finished kits was, like, a great idea to make sure that they, you know, understood, like, what they could really do with that hobby. So that was really fun, just to, like, talk to them about the, whoops. This is one thing I hate about putty, y'all. It gets stuck on the glue if you accidentally hit it. Anyway, I got it off. But yeah, it was just really fun to, like, to talk to the kids about it. Like, I could tell that they were very interested and wanted to learn about it. So that was really cool. I had fun with that. But oh my gosh, there were definitely some, like, roadblocks along the way, and some things, like, I used to be, and I think I told you this before, but in case you haven't watched all my WIP and Chats, I used to be a high school math teacher. So, like, I know how kids are and how they behave, you know, like, I just know. And so I can usually anticipate some of the things that they do or that they're going to say, because they're nuts. And one of the things I was saying, and God love my friend who's the librarian there. She's the teen librarian. I was telling her, like, she wanted to put the kits out on the desks, like, before they came. And I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. They're going to open them. Like, they're going to open them. They're going to mess with them. They're going to want to know what to do with them right away, because they're impatient, you know? Like, that's how kids are. And she's like, no, I don't think they'll open. Like, they're good kids. They're not going to open them. So we had all of the stickers out on a bench for the kids to grab on their way in. So it was kind of first come, first serve. You got to pick whatever sticker you wanted to work on based on what was there. And if you got there sooner, you got a better choices to pick from. No big deal. So those I was fine keeping out and having them pick on their way to their seats. But I was like, let's wait and pass out the actual kits until later. But she didn't want to do that. She wanted them on the things. Well, what did they do when they started arriving? Because you have to sit there and wait for, like, everybody to get there. They all come at different times, you know. What did they do the second that they sat down? They started opening them. They're pouring drills everywhere. I was like, I told you that's what was going to happen. So yeah, for next time, I would know not to. I mean, I did know, but she didn't listen. But now next time she knows not to put them out until it was just hard because the main thing is that I didn't want the kids who were there to go ahead and open their kits and start working like maybe they knew how to do it, you know? And then the kids who got there late were like, oh, am I supposed to do that? Well, nobody's given me instructions. I don't know what to do. And so I was like, please don't open the kits until everybody's here. I will show you how to do it. But anyway, so I think in like teaching them how to do it, we had a few kids show up a little bit later and like after the instructions were given, and it was a little bit chaotic, I'm not gonna lie. So we had one little guy there who was definitely not a teenager, you know, and I think maybe he was just there with a sibling or something, and, you know, it's fine. I'm fine with that. But he didn't really understand the instructions too much, so he had, like, he was just a hot mess express, let me tell you. So he got his stuff out, and he like goes to pour out his drills, but he dropped the tray, so his drills like went all over the table, and then he's trying to put them all back in the tray. And I just told him, I was like, hey, you can just pick them up from the table, like you don't have to put them in the tray, like they're kind of fine as they are, because it was just chaos, you know. Well, then he goes to take the wax out, and he peeled not one piece of plastic, but both pieces of plastic off the wax, and then proceeded to accidentally drop that into all of the drills. So I had to like take the piece of wax and pick off all of the drills for him. And then so I showed him how to like get wax in his pen, how to pick up a drill, how to place it on his thing, you know. So I thought he was good to go. So I leave, and I'm making my rounds in other ways. Like I'm going to the other kids, like if they have questions, I'm answering those. And at one point I like sat down with my friend and just kind of let the kids work on their own. And you know, of course said, if anybody has any questions, please come ask me. So, you know, of course they did. If they had questions, they came over and they asked. But so eventually I get up to like scan and monitor again. And I walk over to this little guy. He was one of the first ones I walked over to. And I go and I look. Y'all, he was placing all of the diamonds on his canvas with the facet sides down, with like the flat side up. And I was like, should I have explained this differently? Like, I was like, I don't know where that, like, I don't know where he got that from, you know? It was very confusing, and I felt so bad because then I was like, oh, that's not going to stay, you know, because the facets, like, you know, they're not going to stick to the canvas very well because they're rounded, you know. I was like, that's not going to work. Like, you have to turn them the other way. But yeah, so, oof, it was just a lot. And so I felt really bad because I was like, am I a horrible teacher? Like, I thought that I was doing okay, you know, but maybe I lost my touch since I haven't, you know, taught since 2015. I must have lost my edge, y'all. It was interesting, but yeah, but like I said, even though it was a little bit chaotic, I still think the kids had a lot of fun. And, you know, like I said, I would totally do it again. And I wonder if next time, I know there are some like bookmark kits that you can get. And hopefully if they're not too detailed, my hope is that we can get, because it's a library, right? So bookmarks are a fun thing. But my hope is that we can get some bookmarks to do with them next time. And then, and they were allowed to take the little kits home. So, you know, if they didn't finish or if they wanted to do another one, they got to bring it home. So same thing with the bookmark kit. Like, I think we would just have them bring it home. So even if they didn't finish during the course of the hour that we have the program, they would still be able to take it home with them. But yeah, so we definitely want to do it again. It was a good time, I'll say that. I'm just gonna turn this a little bit. I like to rotate my project as I'm working to whatever's easiest for me. I don't know. I always rotate. But yeah. So that was Thursday night. So then Friday rolled around, and Friday I worked from home, and I took that 1 hour on my lunch break and I ran to Michael's down the street from here. I was really in search of those clearance diamond art kits. And I mean, like, I see people, they go and they get a whole cartload. Like my friend Bree said she got, like, I don't know, 15 of them. I was like, what the heck, girl? Like, not fair. Anyway, so I go, and my Michaels literally had 4 kits. And I was actually surprised they still had 3 varieties left, but they had 3 varieties, so I picked up 3 that they had and left the extra New York one there for somebody to find. But I was so bummed. I was like, man, how come all these people find all this stuff? Like, why can't I find all this cool stuff? Anyway, and it's the same thing with like dollar stores. I see people on YouTube and TikTok like finding all this cool stuff at Dollar Tree. I never find that stuff at my Dollar Tree, or any Dollar Tree I go to for that matter. I'm like, what magical Dollar Trees are y'all shopping at? I don't understand. Do you guys feel that way? Like, do you feel like other people find things at stores that you can't find? I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like people are always finding stuff that I just cannot seem to locate. And I'm like, I don't understand. But anyway, so I went to Michael's and I did that. And then of course I ended up with my little craft cart, and I love that craft cart. And it was expensive. It was $60, but like, I feel like it was worth it for what I got out of it. Like, there was so much. There was just so much on it. Like, it came with so much stuff. Sorry, y'all. I was just checking the time because I do have a meeting right when I start my work day. So I have to I have to go and make sure I'm at that. So this is like your 20-minute warning. Anyway, but yeah, so that was Friday during the day. I got that little sign for my laundry room too. That was super exciting. I'm like, I didn't think I would finish this whole strip because I'm slow. And so I'm like, what am I going to work on next? I think I'm going to work on the brown tail part of the cat. So I'm going to move this over. And I'm going to move this. I'll hold it. Okay. And then I'm going to work on the tail. I'm going to move I got all kind of things to move. I got my magnet for my, okay. The struggle is real, you guys. Okay. All right. I think we're in good shape. But, yeah, let's see what I want to work on. I want this little line right here. This one. I'm telling you, I can't talk and pick colors at the same time. It's bad. Got this pretty brown. I love the look of pink and brown stuff together. Fun fact, when I went to my dorm, I graduated high school in 2006. So when I bought all my stuff for my dorm in college, I was obsessed with pink and brown together. So all of my stuff was pink and brown, like obsessed. And it still makes me think of college when I see pink and brown together, but I love it. I still do love it. It's a really pretty and underrated color combination. Just gonna throw that out there, okay? Anyway, where was I? I got completely lost. Oh yeah, so I got that little sign for the laundry room. Go check out that vlog if you haven't already. That was a fun day of shopping. So that was cool. But yeah, so I got, and then the cart, I actually included a little time lapse of me putting that cart together in that video, in that vlog. And while I was doing the time lapse, I was actually on a meeting at work. And that meeting was an hour long, and the time lapse took me 45 minutes. So it was like perfect because I got to just like listen in on the meeting and do something productive with my hands. So that was really cool. I love working from home for that reason. Like if I have a meeting, I can do something else with my hands and nobody has to know about it. Like I'm still paying attention. I'm very like, I like audio. Like I'm good at learning through that. You know, I usually am very visual, but when it comes to, you know, meetings and books, like I like audio. I can totally tune into that and I don't need any visual help there. But so I like to listen and work. But yeah, so Friday, then Friday night I had my massage, which was totally wonderful. It just makes me feel so much better. I don't know. I really enjoy those, and making room in my budget for that was a huge win. It means I buy less diamond paintings, but that's okay. For the cost of like 2 diamond paintings from Diamond Art Club, I can get a massage, so worth it. But yeah, so and that's just like once a month, but my technician actually is going to have a baby next month. So she is going to be off. And if I want to go back, I have to book with another technician. But that's fine. Like everybody's different. They all provide different things. So maybe this new person will be even better. Who knows? But I liked my technician a lot. So I'm a little bummed about that, but it'll be okay. I think I'll survive. Again, first world props. Let's see. What else? Oh, so that brings me to Saturday. Saturday morning, I finished my JBG Along kit. You know what's absolutely crazy about these 3 events that I did? I didn't fill out the exit forms for any of them. So I didn't even get entered into the like prize, even though I finished. Like I was like, okay, I'm just slacking, you guys. I get really overwhelmed and I just like kind of shut down, which PS, by the way, I have been absolute garbage at responding to your comments. I will get there. I will respond to them. I promise. I'm just not there yet and I'm trying, but it's hard. It really is. Like, I don't know. Sometimes, you know, when you know how it is, like you get a text in and like, you just can't, not that you can't be bothered, but you're just like overwhelmed with the thought of having to respond to it. And then like that happens 20, 30 times and I get a bunch of messages or a bunch of comments and I'm like, I'm overwhelmed. I can't respond to all these right now. And then like if I respond to one, I feel like I have to respond to all of them because I want to. So just please know that if I am not responding to your comment, it has absolutely nothing to do with you and everything to do with me. Just please know that. I'm going to do a quick time check. Okay, we're all good. I just don't want to be late for any meetings. That would be terrible. So, but yeah, so that was Saturday morning. Yeah, my JBG Long one. Oh, so on Saturday, I actually filmed a kit up and chat, but it was actually very funny because I didn't want it to replace my normal WIP and Chat. So I was like, basically just coming up with stuff to talk about on the fly. And I am not sure that it was entertaining at all. So I still haven't even decided if I'm gonna post it. I don't know, maybe. I just feel like it was a little bit awkward because I was like, I don't have anything to talk about. I'm gonna talk about my hair and my nails and like all this random stuff. I don't know, I kind of freaked out. And so if it's really random or kind of boring, like please forgive me. I was like, I don't know what to talk about. And usually like for me, there's no shortage of things to talk about ever. But for some reason in this video, I just like clammed up and freaked out. I don't know. But yeah, so if you go and watch that at some point, if I ever get it up, let me tell you, editing videos is the worst. Like, I'm fine with filming them. It's like when I get to the editing process, I'm like, nah. And uploading them is kind of tough too, because you have to make sure your descriptions are on par and that it's getting uploaded, and it takes a lot of time. Like an hour-long video usually takes my computer and my speed of processing. I don't know what it's supposed to take, but mine takes like probably about 3 hours, maybe 4, just to like process the SD version. And then I don't want to drop the video until the HD version has processed, because then you guys are getting like crappy quality, you know? So it takes a while for the HD versions to process usually. But yeah, so it's just a timely process, you know? And I'm not complaining about it. I'm just letting you know, like, if I don't get videos out quickly, that's why. It's not because I'm, you know, slacking. It's, well, part of it's because I'm slacking. But it takes a long time for those long videos to get uploaded and onto YouTube. But what else? So yeah, I filmed that on Saturday. I got my notes over here. But, oh, on Saturday, so we were basically trapped in the house all day long on Saturday because there was a block party in our neighborhood. And I think I talked about that in the Kid Up and Chat, so I don't want to get too in detail. But it was just, like, it was really geared toward children. They had, you know, a bouncy house and slip and slide, and, like, they even brought out a mechanical bull at one point. Like, it was a lot. And, but they wanted, like, everybody in the neighborhood to contribute $50 a piece to this whole block party scene. And I was like, we don't have children and we won't be participating, so no. And we kind of told them no, and I feel a little bit bad about it, but at the same time, I'm like, we didn't participate and we didn't vote on it. It's not like we agreed to just give them $50. I'm like, for what? I'm like, that's a diamond painting. No, thank you. It's funny, I like relate everything money back to like diamond painting. I'm like, well, is it worth a whole diamond painting? No, then I'm not doing it. Anyway, yeah, so we had a block party and we were kind of stuck inside the house all day, but we used that to our advantage and just said, like, this is going to be a day for us to rest. Because I needed that, you know, like I needed a day to rest. Things were getting rough. And they still are. Like, I'm still kind of overwhelmed and really just, I need some like time off, I think. I'm a little burnt out. But yes, that was Saturday. I filmed a few videos. I talked to my friend Bree on FaceTime for a bit, and I worked on this kit. And actually, it's funny because, you know, I kitted up the In Santorini, but for some reason, like, I do want to work on it. I'm really excited to get to it. For some reason, this kit was just, like, calling to me. And so many of you guys voted. I actually did just do a tally. And more people voted for this than the Santorini kit as the one I should bring with me on vacay. So I might do that because after today, this is Tuesday, after today, I won't have any time to diamond paint the rest of the week until we leave. And like, if I have time, it will be during that vacation. Otherwise, I will not have time. So I'm like, well, maybe this is the kit I'll just bring with me because it's already kitted up in my little Tic Tac container, so it's portable. And then, you know, it's a partial, so it'll go a little faster and maybe I'll get this finished. I don't know. I thought it was a good idea as the one I should bring with me, so I hate when I get the putty on there. But yeah, so I think I might bring this one. But, oh yeah, so I was just going to say, you know, I kind of talked about it in my vlog too, but like, it is kind of liberating to like, not rid myself, that is the wrong word, to kind of free myself from, the events and just feel like I'm working on a kit just because I want to. And that's how I felt about this one. I don't know, for some reason it was kind of calling to me, which is odd because it's not one, like I bought this kit for the purpose of filming like a how-to video. And then I never then I never got to that video. Like I tried to film that video and it just didn't go the way I planned. So I kind of abandoned it and decided to come back and do it another time with a different kit. And so with all that, I was like, okay, well, you know, this kit's just going to sit here and not get done. But I don't know. I just wanted to do it. I really like this one. But yeah, so what else? Oh, Saturday. Oh, we played a few games at night. In the evening, we played some games. We played, I don't know if you ever heard of Rummy Cube, but we played Rummy Cube. It's kind of like a spin off of Rummy, where you have to create like sets and runs of cards, but they're not cards, they're like tiles. And y'all, we usually play like 2 out of 3 rounds, and I kicked David's butt 2 rounds in a row. So I won, and that was exciting because I don't usually win things. David beats me at most of the games that we play, which gets kind of overwhelming. I'm like, dang it, you always beat me. So it was kind of nice to win. I'm not going to lie. It was it was kind of satisfying. But then Sunday morning, Saturday night on the vlog, I did a little mini tour of my craft cart. So if you want to see that, I'm hoping to get, there's that really pretty pink and brown combination again. But yeah, I did a little mini tour of my craft cart. So if you want to get acquainted with it, if you want to see what I did with it, you can go watch that video. I'm going to try to get Saturday's vlog up before I post this WIP and Chat, but you know, I'm all over the place lately, so who knows? But whenever that Saturday vlog comes out, or if it's already out, go check that out, because that was fun to just give you guys a quick, tiny little tour of it. But what else? What else? Oh, so Sunday morning, oh my God. Sunday morning, I went to get my nails done. And y'all, can we talk about my nails? They're insane right now. This purple is crazy. I don't know. I just looked blanked out when I got to the nail salon, and I knew I wanted something purple, but I don't think I wanted to go quite so dark. But you know, it is what it is. I got a pedicure too, and I never get a pedicure. Like I always do my toenails myself, but this time I just felt the desire, so that's what I did. Yeah, so they're a little more bold than I wanted them to be. We went to the ABBA tribute concert on Sunday afternoon. Like I got home from getting my nails done in just enough time to like have some dinner and then head out for the concert, because the concert was pretty early. It was at like 4, but yeah, we had just enough time. And I actually, oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. When I was getting my nails done, I was like, I'm going to run to Michael's really, really fast. And because it was a different Michael's location, I was like, let me see if I can find those kits there. How about I get there? They had nothing, but they did have the same type of kits, but in a paint by number. And I really wanted the Italy kit, so I actually picked up the Italy paint by number kit. So I think that'll be fun. It'll be something a little different for me to do. So if I did do that paint by number, would you want to see that on this channel? Like, y'all let me know if you want to see like the paint by number. I'm just curious. If you don't want to see it, that's fine. You can be honest. Be like, no, stick to diamond painting. But yeah, I thought about like maybe doing a time lapse of completing the paint by number. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you think. What else? So yeah, so that was Sunday. And then, so we went to the ABBA concert and it was really cute. I really enjoyed it. But there was like some times where the performers, and I don't want to show a video because I don't think I'm allowed to, and I don't want to get like a copyright violation on my channel. But there were some times where like the people like singing and going through the, like they felt like they were going through the motions. Like it didn't feel like they were like super passionate about what they were doing. And I was like, this is kind of bumming me out. Like, and it was funny because David picked up on the exact same thing. I was like, I was like, I'm having a great time. And I really like they were very talented. They sounded great. But they just kind of sounded like they were a little bummed out to be there. I'm like, are you guys tired? Are y'all all right? I don't know. I kind of just felt bad because it seemed like they were just like, okay, let's get this show out of the way, guys. And I felt bad. But other than that, it was a really good show. It was very cute. That was Sunday. So yesterday, I'm like, I can't believe how long I have been talking to you. Yesterday was Monday. Oops. I'm dropping my drills everywhere. Yeah, so I had tech issues at work yesterday, and I had to go into the office because my monitors keep doing this weird thing where they're flickering, and I have no idea, like no reason why. Like tech doesn't know, whatever. So they gave me a new docking station, and I ended up staying at the office for most of the day yesterday, and then I managed to get home a little bit early, and I tried out the docking station. It did work, and it's working as of this morning. So oh, we'll see. I don't know. That was really strange and really stressed out. Like, it just stressed me out. And I just didn't want to have to go into the office. Like, I don't have to get dressed and, you know, looking presentable. I'm not gonna if I don't have to. And it was, I don't know, it was a lot. But anyway, so they fixed that, I think. And then, oh gosh. So then, oh, Sunday night and Monday night, by the way, we finally watched some episodes of Moon Knight. So we watched the first and second episodes, and I am thoroughly confused. It is tough to keep track of what's going on, but I'm just gonna, you know, trust the process, because with Marvel, it's kind of that way. Like when we first started watching Loki, I felt that way too, and then I understood it once we got a few episodes in. So we're not gonna be able to watch that until after we get back from vacay. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I'm like, I want to watch more Moon Knight. And I was sitting actually on that little, I bought a big beanbag chair. I think I talked about it in that kit up in chat, but I bought like one of those giant, like 5-foot beanbag chairs that you can sit in and watch TV in. And a lot of the reviews said that it needed more stuffing. And I was like, oh, it'll be fine. Like, I'll read the instructions and I'll do it right. I read the instructions. I did it right. I know I did it right. There's still not enough stuffing in there. So I have to like call that company today and see if they'll send me more. That's what most people were saying they did. And I'm like, I need more stuffing because this thing is flat. It is not as you advertise it. But anyway, so I have to get more stuffing for that. And y'all, my meeting is about to come up, but I am nowhere near done talking to you guys. So I'm going to have to find some time later today to film the rest of this WIP and Chat, because I'm really bummed out that I didn't get to finish what I was saying. So I will be in touch later, and I'll come back later with more information, because I had talked about this past week, but I didn't talk about the current week and what's going to be happening. So I'm going to leave this here and I will be back. So much for that 20-minute warning. I will be adding more to this. Yeah, stay tuned. Hi guys, I am back. Lighting's just a tad bit different, you know, since it's a different time of day now. So I came back, it's about the second half of my lunch break, and I just, David and I just had lunch downstairs, and it didn't take very long, so I said, let me go back and I will go finish up that WIP and Chat that I had started, because that way I can work, you know, this afternoon on getting some videos up and edited for you guys. When I say afternoon, I mean after work, because meetings, oh my gosh. So I think where I left off there, I was kind of talking about, well, I was talking about my stuffing in my beanbag. And I realized I can't contact those people until it's been 4 or 5 days, I think, that you've had the item. So I have to wait now until, I've given it more of a chance to fluff up, but I'm pretty certain that it is not going to. But anyway, so yeah, I have to wait until maybe on Monday. I'll give them a call once we get back from our vacay. I call it a vacay. Sometimes it's a little exhausting, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, so I'm like, let me go in order here. So I talked about the tech issues at work, I think. But yeah, I think I was just saying, like, lately, like, when the tech issues happened, I ended up having other issues happen at the same time. Like, one was tech related, one, like, I needed access to a printer and didn't have it. And it was just like so many things all at one time, and I was really bummed about it. But I'm glad that that's past me, and I spent all day in the office yesterday getting all that stuff taken care of. But I have, oh my gosh, today, so I started some meetings this morning, and I have like another 2 hours of meetings to go. I'm like, this is outrageous. I am so over all of these meetings right now. Like, I can't. So one thing, our company is listening. Like, our company sent out like an all company memo basically saying, if the meeting could have been an email, make it an email. Which, like, props to them, because I'm a little over it. I think we all are. But I guess they have had a lot of complaints about, you know, people making meetings that could have been an email. And so they actually implemented something on Friday afternoons, and it's like a 4-hour block between 1 and 5 p.m. where people are not allowed to schedule meetings, which, like, go them for implementing that. Like, I think that's awesome. And I'm very happy they did that. And that'll be nice, you know, because if by the end of the week, a lot of times you have stuff you need to catch up on. And if you're in meetings the last half of Friday, the last thing you want to do is like try to get back into focus after those meetings and like get stuff done. Like, it's like I have no energy after that to like really sink into my work, you know. So I said, you know, good for them. Like I said, that they, you know, are at least like recognizing it and taking some initiative against it, because it was getting really out of hand, honestly. There was one week, I think, where out of 40 hours that I worked that week, I had almost 30 in meetings. And I was like, if I'm spending 75% of my time in meetings, what am I accomplishing outside of that? Like, nothing. Because, like, when you have a meeting at work, a lot of times there's some prep work that goes into it, right? And then after that, there's usually follow-ups afterwards. And it's like, if by the time I do any of the things that are actually required for these meetings, I'm not getting any of my actual work done. Like, it's really insane. And it just doesn't allow me to like prioritize the way that I need to. And I did start, I mean, at the recommendation of my boss himself, I did start actually taking like some blocks of time and blocking them off of my calendar so people wouldn't schedule meetings, because I wasn't able to get anything done. But yeah, anyway, so that's it's meeting central today, unfortunately. What else? One thing I will say they also do really well is like right before a holiday, like if we have, let's say we have like Monday off for the 4th of July. Well, the Friday prior, they always give us some extra time off on that day. So they'll let us out early at 2 p.m. instead of 5. So like anytime, Memorial Day weekend was like that. Like they'll give us the extra few hours right before a holiday break just to get a head start, I guess. So that's really nice. Like, I think that's a huge perk. Most companies, there's a lot of companies out there that don't do things like that for their employees. So definitely a nice perk that they think of us and care. But I'm moving my notes because I did take some notes because I don't want to forget things that I wanted to tell you. Yeah, so let's see. Oh, I was talking about Moon Knight. I already talked about that. But we won't, you know, like I said, we're leaving this weekend, so we won't have time to watch any more of it. Let's see. So tomorrow night, today is Tuesday. I am like so overwhelmed because I have so many things I need to do after work today. Like I had to sit down and like actually make a physical list so I didn't forget things. So tomorrow night, Wednesday night, we're going to the One Republic concert. And this was such a cool, like, I thought this was so cool. Ticketmaster did like this summer special where you could get tickets to a number of concerts and they were $25 all in, like no fees on top of that, no like, you know, no fees, no extra, like, you know, box office fees, whatever, venue fees, all that stuff. It was $25, period. And I just thought that was so cool. And to get to go to a concert for $25 is pretty rare. I mean, we're like, the seats aren't amazing. We're going to like an outdoor amphitheater, and it's like, our seats are under the pavilion though. They have a huge lawn, and rather than sitting in the lawn seats, I thought the pavilion would be nice because we'd be under some sun cover. And actually it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but they said the concert was rain or shine unless it's like thunder and lightning. So we'll see. But if it's raining, at least we're under the pavilion so we won't get completely soaked. At least, I've actually never been to this venue, but at least I think we won't get completely soaked. But yeah, if you're not familiar with One Republic, I feel like their heyday may have been like, maybe like 2013-ish. I just remember their song Counting Stars was really popular that year. And that's the album, like that album that song is on is the one that I like pretty much associate with them. But I really like their music, and Counting Stars is of course my favorite song by them. And it's by far, like if you go and look at like their Spotify views, it's by far their most popular, like their most popular song, I believe. Yeah, so that's tomorrow night, which means, so Thursday night, directly after work, actually, so going back to this concert, oh my God, I'm telling you, my brain's in a million places, but I'm telling you all this anyway. So, tomorrow after work, this concert is down in like a southwest suburb of Chicago, and we live in northwest Chicago. So we're in city proper, but we're in northwest city of the city and of like city center. And I work in one of the northwest suburbs. So I drive up and even further west to go to work. Well, in order to get to this concert, we can either, there's like a highway that goes down 294th. It's kind of a straight shot, like from northwest to southwest, or we can cut into the city and then back out. Well, cutting into the city and back out during rush hour, huge mistake. I said, no way. And if we were going to do that, like if I were to come home, that's the route we would have to take. And I was like, no, we should not do that. So in order to like maximize our day and the time, David's going to actually have to come pick me up from work. So he's going to have to drop me off tomorrow morning. That means I have to have all my stuff ready for whatever, like if I'm, you know, I'm probably going to change clothes from my work clothes to concert clothes. So I have to have all that with me so I can change before he comes to pick me up. I have to have my sneakers with me. Like it's just, I have to make sure all that stuff is packed and ready to go along with my like lunch for work because I can't go anywhere. So then once I do that, we also have to pack for our trip because we're leaving on Thursday. So that has to happen tonight. I have more laundry to do. Yeah, I just have a feeling I'm going to be up really late tonight because whenever I have nights like this where like I know I have big stuff coming up and a lot to do, I get so overwhelmed, like I can't sleep. Like even if I want to, I'm like, nope, even if I'm tired, like, because my brain is just going 90 miles an hour. It's all I can think about is how I have all this stuff to do and, you know, not enough time to do it in. So I am, once I finish this, I'm going to go try to do a couple of loads of laundry just to get ahead of that. So that's done before we have to pack. But I also heard with this concert, like my anxiety is so high. It's so ridiculous. Like, cause I like to prepare for things and make sure I'm ready. And in this concert, so I was looking up like reviews about this venue, and like a bunch of people were saying that when you get there at all late, and when I say late, I mean like on time for the concert, but like late, that you end up waiting like an hour and a half just to park your car. And that is going to be very stressful. And we don't really have a way to get there other than driving. Like it's not like close to a train station or anything. So I'm like having so much anxiety about that because it's like if we leave work at 4:30, it's supposed to be an hour drive. And in bad traffic, it'll be an hour and a half. So it's like, okay, we're not going to get there till like 6. And then the concert is supposed to start at 7. But I feel like we're going to be on time, but we're not going to be very early. The doors open at like 5. So it's like, there's already going to be people there. I don't know. I'm just worried that we're going to end up waiting forever in line. We'll see. I have no idea. It could be that I'm absolutely worried for like nothing. So I don't know. Find out, I guess. But anyway, the timing is just not great because then on Thursday, we're leaving to go to Michigan. So for that trip, it actually does make sense for me to go into the office and leave at my regular time. And then come pick David up essentially on the way to Michigan. But like, I have to have, again, everything packed and ready to go, which means that really tonight, Tuesday night, is the only night that I have to do that, right? I gotta, because otherwise I'm going to be packing, late at night after a concert, after I worked all day. After I worked all day, and then I have to work the next day. No, thank you. But yeah. So I don't know. Overwhelmed. This is what I do. I overthink and I panic. But I just had to like write a list of all the things I needed to do. But I kind of forgot, like usually when we go, we bring some snacks with us. I haven't done anything in terms of that. Like, yeah, I haven't done any of it. It's bad. And here I am, diamond painting on my lunch break, because this is more fun. But anyway, I will say we're probably almost to the end of this, but I figured I'd kind of share with you what we do when we go on those little trips to Michigan. So one of my friends, her family owns like a little cottage lake house thing over on the lake in Michigan. And every year she goes and she spends a week there for her birthday. Now I cannot go the entire week because I've got, some of our friends do go the whole week, but I can't, like, not with my work schedule. But yeah, so they'll go and they spend the whole week, and usually, friends will come in and out, and we kind of try to overlap when we can. But since she started last weekend, so she's already there, and or this past weekend, I should say. So she is already there. But we're gonna be going Friday, Saturday, and then coming home on Sunday. So that's why we always choose to drive on Thursday night, so that we actually have to whole days there, because if you leave like Friday morning, it's so overwhelming. Sorry guys, my nose is running. It is so overwhelming though, because then you're like leaving Friday morning and then it's like, it feels like you turn right around and then you're leaving again. So I think, you know, leaving on, or yeah, going in on Thursday night is really nice, because then, like I said, you get those 2 full days. But what we usually do, it's almost like, it's funny because it's almost the same like every time we go. But I love that because it's predictable and it's enjoyable and we really like it. But our family has a little pontoon boat. And if you don't know what a pontoon is, I don't, just Google it and you'll know what I mean when you see, like, it's a pontoon. I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it's a party boat. Like, it's a slow boat. They're nothing like, I'm gonna move this back down. Pontoons are nothing fancy. Like, they're very basic little boats. But we have a blast when we go out on that thing. So it has a ladder off the back. So we'll go and like find a nice cove and we will just swim for the day and we laze around. Usually in the morning, David and I are always the designated ice and sandwich getters. So while they're prepping everything else for the boat, David and I will go out and run to Jimmy John's and get sandwiches. And I don't know why, I really love Jimmy John's like bread and their sandwiches. They're very good. So we will go get Jimmy John's, which is, if you're not familiar, it's just a sub shop. And it's a chain. But we go grab Jimmy John's sandwiches for everybody who's going to be on the boat. And there's usually about 6 of us, I'd say. So we go grab sandwiches and then we go get ice for the cooler on the boat. And yeah, then we come back, and by the time we get back, you know, everybody's got all the stuff down at the boat and then we're ready to go. So it's really fun. And then, you know, we just have like sandwiches and chips, and we usually bring seltzers. And oh, that reminds me, I want to make sure I pack my little speaker. I have like a little Bluetooth speaker. It gets pretty loud for what it is. And it's really nice to have on the boat because it's kind of like, it's not waterproof, but it's kind of splash proof. So I don't mind bringing it on the boat. It was pretty cheap, but it's a nice little speaker for what it does. But yeah, we just connect it via Bluetooth and play some tunes and swim and have drinks and laugh, and it's a really good time. I really enjoy it. So it will be very nice and it will be relaxing. It's just, I think I just get overwhelmed with all the things that like I need to do around the house and haven't gotten to. I'm like, oh, I should be home. I should be doing this and this and this, but it'll be okay. But yeah, I think honestly, I'm almost done here, discussing everything. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, so I'll give you a quick like little 5-minute warning. I'm probably almost done here. But yeah, so when we go to the cottage, it's usually on the last day we're there, like that Sunday morning before we head out and leave to like head home. There's usually like kind of this mad rush at the cottage to like clean up from the week before, and you know, whatever bed you slept on, she just asks that you like wash the sheets. And so it's always kind of a, like I said, kind of a mad rush that morning to like pack up everything and have to, you know, and get out of there, you know. So I'm just like, oh, that's gonna be stressful. The last morning is always very stressful. I don't know why. But I'm still looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time. And, oh, and then when we're there, we usually, that's another thing. So that's during the day that we go on the boat. But then in the evenings, we usually have one night where we just grill some stuff, like hot dogs, hamburgers, that sort of thing. And then we usually have another night where we order something and then we pick it up, or, you know, bring it back to the cottage or have it delivered. But we usually do like a pizza night usually. And then most nights we're there, there's a ice cream place like pretty close to where the cottage is, and we will go and just get ice cream. All of us go, and it's so nice. I don't know, it's just like, it's fun. And it kind of like every year I feel like it signifies the last little hurrah of summer, you know, like that's what it feels like. It's like our last little outing for summer, and then it's, you know, the fall is coming and transition season, so it's like kind of a nice little segue into that. But yeah, I really enjoy it. We're very lucky that we have a friend who has all that stuff that we can go and take advantage of, you know. Not that we're taking advantage of her, like, at all, but it's nice to be able to go and use that stuff and have a good time and celebrate her birthday, you know. What else? So yeah, that just leads me to Monday before I start the next WIP and Chat. You know, I think we'll just be trying to get into, I'm sorry for my sniffles, y'all. I don't mean to bother you guys with that. I hope it's not too annoying. But yeah, before we start our next week, we ordered some meals to get delivered here. So you know, sometimes when you struggle with a little bit of depression, it's kind of hard to like feel the motivation to, you know, cook every day. And I mean, even without struggling with depression, it's hard to feel that motivation. So one of the things that I did when I was really busy and we were moving, when I was still like trying to lose weight, which I admit I have not been lately. But when I was, one of the things I did that was really successful was I ordered from a company called Eat to Evolve. And if you're in the US, I highly recommend it if you are looking for, you know, specialized meals that are ready to eat, that you can heat and serve, that don't have a bunch of preservatives and additives in them. I will admit they are pretty pricey, but I personally think they are worth what you pay for them. And there are lots of discount codes out there that you can get for your first box. And then if you sign up for like a meal plan, you get another you get 15% off of those. So there's a lot of ways to get like a deal with it. But what they are is like they have keto options, which I did do keto for a while. But I think to start off with, I am just gonna go that meal route and just try to get used to eating more healthy portions. And then from there, I can start to ease into keto. Because I think if I try to stop, you know, eating, like if I try to start eating healthy and I just jump straight into like trying to be perfect, then I will lose that momentum and it's not going to be good for me. So what I want to try to do instead is, you know, like I said, ease into it with the Evolve meals. It kind of takes any of the guesswork or the, you know, the actual work of, you know, cooking a meal and trying to make something healthy. And then it takes the guesswork out of, you know, making sure the portions are good. Like it's just all there and done for me. So I'm pretty excited to like start something new there. And not new, but to restart something and try to get back into some healthy habits, y'all, because I don't feel like I have been eating very healthy lately, and I don't feel very good. And especially, you know, with, you know, the problems that with sleep apnea that I could have, I don't want to get back to that point. So I was like, you know what, we need to stop this. So that was kind of the plan we came up with, was like, let's just utilize this tool for right now and not have to worry about cooking too much. So, you know, any of the grocery shopping, I think David is going to go and do that for a little bit so that I can just kind of resist those temptations and get back to reality, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes, but I'm excited to get those meals in again. And they're delicious. Like, I really like them. Most of them are fine to be microwaved. I mean, they're all microwavable technically, but the thing that I actually really love to do with them is to take, I like to take, oh my goodness. I like to take the meal out of the package and actually heat it up in like a saute pan or whatever. Not saute, what is the, I mean, I guess it is saute, but like not frying. I'm not frying it. Like I'm just putting a little tiny bit of a healthy oil, like avocado oil or olive oil, in a pan and just heating it up that way, like searing it. And they're delicious. But again, most of them can just be microwaved. They're just fine that way too. But the pan searing method just gives it a little extra oomph. But yeah, anyway, so they're, like I said, they're really tasty. So I'm looking forward to maybe restarting that and just kind of getting into a better, healthier mode, because I don't feel good and I'm ready. I'm ready to feel good again and need to stop going out to eat. So I kind of made another little deal that I would not go to any like fast food restaurants unless like the need arises and I'm with other people. Like I'm not going to go to one by myself unless like it was pre-planned. Like I'm not just going to impulsively go. Cause that's where the bad stuff is, man. Fast food is the worst. But anyway, that's about all I have for you today. I don't feel like I asked you guys a ton of questions today, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah, tell me, one thing I am curious about is like to tell me what, if you're watching any TV series right now, because once we finish Moon Knight, I'm not sure where we're going after that. I know the new HBO series is coming out, for, like the Targaryens. Is that what it is? Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I watched anything Game of Thrones. I'm gonna take a drink really quick. That's your WIP and Chat reminder to hydrate. But yeah, the Game of Thrones, like the Targaryens, it's like dragon. I can't remember what they're even calling it. Oh my god. But anyway, it's like their backstory or whatever. I'm excited to watch that because I loved Game of Thrones when it was out. And actually, I had already seen all of Game of Thrones except for the last season. And during the panini, I actually made David watch it with me. So we watched all of Game of Thrones, and it was fantastic. I'm so glad I like watched it again because there was so much I caught in it that I hadn't seen before. So anyway, I think that's about all I've got. You'll have to let me know if you are Game of Thrones fans. I'm curious. Yeah, here's what I got done during the WIP and Chat. I finished this little spoon handle here and most of the kitty's tail. So we're getting there. I think I'm going to have this one probably finished in the next couple weeks. And I would like to finish it. It would be nice to say I had a finish in August too. But yeah, what was I going to say? What else? What other questions did I ask you? I know I wrote them down. Oh yeah, like, do you ever get so frustrated when people can find things in stores that you can't? I'm like, I don't understand where you're getting all this stuff. So that was a question. And then, oh, if you like were curious to see me do a paint by number, I don't know. And actually, speaking of that paint by number kit, my friend Bree went to Michael's today and she actually picked up, she had all the kits at her Michael's, like they were all still there. So she picked up a bunch of them for me. And so now I have the Italy one that I wanted, or I'm gonna have the Italy one that I wanted. And so now I'm gonna have it in a paint by number and in a diamond painting. So now I'm like, now I want to do them both and like compare them and see what they look like. But anyway, yeah, so you'll have to let me know if you'd like to see that on this channel. And if you are here and still watching this, maybe leave a cake emoji for this cute little cupcake cat. Whether it's, I don't know if there is there a cupcake emoji? I don't even know. Or just, you know, a piece of cake, because why not? I think my favorite part about this is the little sprinkles. They're so cute. And the ABs are also placed really, really nicely to make it look like almost like sugared frosting. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got for you today. And I will do my best to take you to the lake with us on my daily vlogs. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.